Welcome to Adweb Nation. Aesop's fables. Fables are the short stories that have a moral or a message for us. Something to learn and keep in mind as we grow up. It is believed that many of the fables were first told by a wise person called Aesop. Aesop lived hundreds of years ago in a country called Greece. His stories become so popular that people pass them on from generation to generation. Children, let's hear the story of a stag. Stag means male deer. The stag at the pool. One day a beautiful stag came to a pool of clear water. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection into the water. He was delighted with what he saw. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his reflection. "How handsome I look," he said to himself. "How beautiful are these curving antlers. How they add to my beauty. How graceful they look." Then he moved nearer and saw his leg's reflection in the pool. He was quite disgusted. "Look at my legs. Ugh, they are so ugly, all spindly with small feet." He wished that nature should have given him the legs worthy of his stately antlers. As he was brooding, walking in his way, the stag heard an arrow going swish across the pool. At the same time, he smelled the smell of the hunter. With a quick turn, he ran away. His legs carried him slowly into the forest. The hunters were hot on his trail, but they were no match for his speed. Soon the stag left the hunters far behind. Safe and out of the hunter's reach, the stag slowed down. Suddenly, without realizing it, he walked into the thicket. Thickets means all thorny bushes and jungle. There were trees with strong branches growing close together. And alas, the same antlers of which he was so proud got caught into the thick growth. The stag tried to shake himself free, but the more he struggled, his antlers got more entangled in the branches. Once again now, the stag could hear the hunters coming close. He grew afraid. At last, with great difficulty, he managed to get free his antlers and ran away. Then he realized that my ugly feet saved my life. I was so proud of these handsome antlers, but they would have been the cause of my death. So children, what we have learned here, very often we dislike the very things that are most useful to us. The dog in the manger. Manger is a long open box in a cattle shed. Generally, hay means dried grass are kept in the manger for the cattle. Once a dog was looking for a nice and comfortable place to lie down. He came to the manger of an ox and jumped onto the hay to rest. It was a very hot afternoon. After a while, the ox returned from the field. He had worked hard in the hot sun and was now quite hungry. He stood in a stall and was planning to eat the hay that was put in the manger for him. However, when he reached for the hay, the dog saw him standing in the manger. He began to bark loudly at him. He snarled and snapped at the ox. Each time the ox came near the hay, he would not allow the ox to eat his hay. Oxen are generally peace-loving and patient animals. But finally the ox got upset and spoke firmly. "Dog, if you wanted to share my dinner with me, I would not mind it. But you neither eat the hay nor allow me to enjoy it. It is of no use to you. Then why don't you let me have my favorite food?" So children, what we have learned here, don't begrudge others what you don't enjoy.